Hi guys, Billy back, and this time, new year, new figure. Quite literally, as Fog Toys haven't released a figure before. About a year ago they teased this 1/12 scale figure. It looked really interesting, it piqued my interest, so I pre-ordered it. And now it's arrived. They haven't teased anything else yet, as far as I can see, so I don't know if this is just a one and done or whatever. But so let's open this and see what we get. I mean, hopefully we are getting more from these guys. They've even got their own branded sellotape, so I'm pretty sure they're in it for the long haul, or they seem to be anyway. Or maybe they've just already gone bust, who knows. Okay, taking a look at the box. This is a very nice looking bit of packaging. Some very nice artwork on the front there with the actual figure itself. Coming around on the side, you can see you've got the Fog Toys logo there, and you even got Fog Toys stickers sealing up the box, which is, again, that they must be in it for the long haul if they can be, surely. And then on the back you can see we've got some of the promo photos that they showed off to get the pre-orders in. And then on the other side again we have the Fog Toys logo, or the Fantasy Alphabet Series logo. There's not much on the top or bottom, it's just some wraparound artwork. Overall the packaging is very nice. It's a shoebox design. It's quite thick card, very well made. I actually really like this packaging. Okay, let's get it open and have a look at what we get inside. And inside we get this card insert with schematics for the bike itself, which is really nice. And then if we pull this away, we get a couple of things fall out. We get a whole bunch of transfers. I'm not sure if this is actually because you've got to put all the transfers on yourself, or these are just extras that you can customize yourself on the bike. And then we get a little Fog Toys warning with some instructions on the back on how to put the bike together. I'm probably going to have to read those before I actually mess about with it. I'll probably damage it otherwise. And then on the inside, oh, we're falling out. And then pulling away the card insert, you can see this is what you get on the front layer, and it is actually pretty much a lot of the stuff that you're going to get with the figure itself. I've taken the body out because it just kind of fell out anyway. So yeah, be careful when doing this. Obviously you're not going to be opening it, you know, vertically like I am. It is just for the camera. But okay, let's just get everything out and have a look at exactly what we get. You know, I think what I was really impressed by with all of this was just how much you get for the price they were asking for. Now, it's not a licensed figure. They're not paying a license because it's their own creation and design and everything. But still, it is like a really attractive price for just what they were showing off and teasing, you know. So that's partly what I was getting it for. I was just like, wow, that's actually a stunningly good price for what it looks like a really great looking figure. So yeah, that's partly again why I pre-ordered it. Oh, I did wonder about where the weight was on this figure, but looks like there's a polystone base in here, and it's pretty big for a 1/12 scale. Very impressed. There's loads of little bits as well. Okay, accessory wise, he comes with a buttload of parts. I don't think there's a huge amount of different accessories. I think most of these are actually part of the bike, and once you put it all together, I'm sure it will make a lot of sense. But overall, I'm just really impressed how much money I paid for this and how much they've given me. It's an absolute bargain. It really is. Okay, coming in and having a look at the parts for the bike. My God, look at the detail inside this thing. This is fantastic. There's like this little transparent dial bit here, and you can see inside the details inside that thing. That's crazy. I'm loving that. And then you've got all these really cool looking pipes and sort of worn down sort of radiators here, and loads more piping details. And yeah, this is fairly awesome. There's like scoring, maybe carbon scoring or something along the exhaust part here, which is very cool. I just and there's even lots of more moving parts. There's like the kickstand maybe for his feet. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this so far. Even though it's, you know, there's not a lot of it, it's only the bare bones of the actual bike itself. There's all this fairing that's got to go on, but yeah, I'm really liking the look of that. Look at that, just there's a fan in there. And okay, let's have a look, because all this fairing is also really cool as well. It's been darkly painted around the edges with some sort of like paint chipping away on the edges. Yeah, and it looks dirty. There's flecking in there, and wow, look at the dirt along the bottom here. All this sort of like, this is what fairing would look like if it was been taken out and about all the time, you know. And this is all darkened up, and you've even got a headlight, transparent headlight bit here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm liking that. And you also get like these little wings. Again, same sort of paint application, lots of chipping and loads of dirt flecks in there and stuff. Yeah, I'm very much liking this. I haven't tried putting it together yet. Okay, coming in and having a look at these head sculpts. These are very impressive. This is the first one. This is the arched neck one that he'll be wearing if he's riding the bike and he's got to look up, which is a really nice thought actually, because sometimes they don't even do that. But wow, look at the details they've done. Look at all the dirt on his face. They've even put eyeshadow on, and the eyes are really glossy. The eyebrows are very clean, but it's also got a mark missing from his eyebrow there where he's got a scar. And he's got these two plasters on the bridge of the nose and the cheek, and those earrings on his ears. Look at that, shiny and metallic, lovely. Details in this are very impressive. And then the hairpiece on the top looks really cool. Slightly pearlescent shine through it, but not too much. And then coming in and having a look at the normal head sculpt, we'll call it, just the straight up one. Look at that. My God. Again, same sort of like plasters, bridge of the nose, earrings look cool. Fraction bit more sloppy on this one, but not too much. And then the earrings on that side as well. Eyeshadows, glossy eyes. Look how glossy those eyes are on a 1/12 scale figure. You don't normally see that. And yeah, he's got dirt all over his face, which is something they advertised it would look like in the prototype, and I didn't believe they would do. I genuinely thought we weren't going to get that sort of level of detail from the final piece. I thought we were just going to get clean, and then, you know, they would suggest maybe you do the weathering yourself, you know. But that is very impressive. I really like those head sculpts at this scale. And he comes with a whole bunch of hands, as you would expect, you know, sprawled hands, gripping hands, that kind of thing. It looks like some of these are arched upwards so that he can like grip the handlebars of the bike. Again, what can I say other than details are very nice, very clean paint applications, and very nice weathering around the gloves. I'm very impressed by that. And of course, what is a badass cyberpunk character without a really cool gun? And this thing is very elaborate. It looks makeshift, put together. Looks like something you'd get out of like a really cool video game like Borderlands or, you know, Cyberpunk 2077, that kind of thing. I really like the sort of like carbon scoring near the end of the barrel there. And then of course come down. They've even given in like all the black lines on the barrels and stuff. There's a wash through it, and there's like a little brass topping piece here and little accents on the top with little brass colorings. Wow. I did not expect this level of detail, to be honest. I'm so impressed. For such a small 1/12 scale figure, they've given you pretty much the detail you would expect on a 1/6 scale figure. It's madness. And then coming in and having a look, we also get a base, and this thing is huge. I'm going to zoom out and then you can have a real good look at it. It's massive. It's polystone, so it's a fair bit of weight, which is probably where the weight for the figure comes from. And then of course you get this posing pole that you can screw into the bottom here. Yeah, you got a posing pole there, and it can be bent around so you can pose the bike on top of it, I think. But look at all that sort of dirt in there, and there's brickwork and, you know, rubbles and ruins where he's flying through some sort of old fallen building or something like that. That is very cool. But what's really cool about this, again, is there's no branding on it. There's no like fog toys on there. There's no name of the character or anything. So this is just a really nice diorama base that you could use with a lot of other figures. If you have military figures, this is a great little stand for them. You know, you can have one there, someone sort of with their foot up on here, you know. This is really, really cool. Punisher, another one would look really cool on this, the Misco Punisher. Loads of figures, loads of characters. Hulk, Christ, get a really big 1/12 scale or 1/9 scale Hulk and have him standing in the middle of this. Look awesome. I really, really like this base, and I like the fact that it doesn't have any nameplates on it. Although sometimes some people do like a nameplate, and I don't blame them. But for me, this can be used with so many other figures as well. It's very nice, quite versatile. Look at the different separations of colour across this brickwork here. See, just in the middle here, and then it gets dark around the edges. Nice black wash in there, and there's dirt parts in here. All different variations of colour. Look, and even this part has actually been wiped away, so you can see some of the metal grips underneath this metal plate here. Yeah. He also comes with a pair of goggles. You know, you've got to protect them eyes when you're flying around, I guess. And he also comes with 2 shotgun shells for his big, like, sawn-off shotgun type thing. And it looks like a cigar in there as well. Interesting. And then coming in and having a look at the figure itself. And yeah, it's all fully cloth fabric on the outside. Very, very nice. I've popped his normal head on for the moment. But wow, I am impressed. Look at all the weathering they've done in this clothing. And there's really cool like 1/12 scale webbing here. It's a little thick, but nothing too bad. Still very impressive. I really like what they've done with the clothing. It's like weathered and tatty on the edges here. And there is dirt. They've actually dirtied this guy up pretty well, I think. Yeah, when I first saw like photos coming out of the final piece, I wasn't sure if he would actually have weathering on. It looked like some of the overblown photos were washing out some of the actual dark washes that have gone into the clothing. But look, it's all dirty around the edges here. Try and get it in the light. But yeah, it's all weathered around here and stuff. It's all dirty around his pockets. Cool. And then of course, because it's a normal 1/12 scale slim body, but they've actually given you some more custom details in the forearms. They've given him cybernetic forearms that look really great as well. Look at that. Look at the details. Even the dirt on the bottom of the elbow there. And then like it's exactly the same on the other side. It's just more different dirt here on this side. Just there. I'm going to zoom in because this guy deserves a zoom in. Look at that. One of the things I have noticed a little bit is the joints around the ankles, not the strongest. They're not weak, but they are, you know, very, very, very quick to move once you move them about. So it will need to take some futzing to try and make sure he doesn't fall over or anything like that. But my God, even these little pouches he has on the little belt here. Cocky he looks as well. Yeah. Look, they've even put treads on the bottom of the feet and they're all worn in. And you know, there is a split cut boot. Brilliant. And I think he's going to pose really, really well. The arms can go up really high. There is a bicep swivel. There is a double bend in the elbows. The hands are on wrist pegs. There is a butterfly joint. There is a lot of twist in the torso. That clothing does not restrict it at all. There's a lot of crunch forward. There's a lot of crunch back. There is hip swivel. There is a splits, but because his trousers are quite baggy and low cut, you might have to put them up a bit. But he can go out to about there. The legs can go up really high. There is a thigh swivel. There is a double bend in the knees, and the ankles are on a split cut boot and pivot very, very nicely. So there is tons of posing options with this as well. This is not restricted almost at all. What can I say? They've really, I think, done an amazing job for a first figure. I don't know if they're a company that have done loads of figures before, or if they're just a new kid on the block. I have no idea. But if this is their first figure, they've really thought about it. And they've done some amazing work. Okay, I'm just going to get everything. I'm going to put the whole bike together. Let's have a look at exactly what it's like when it's finished. Before we go any further, I just noticed this piece here. And there's 2 of them. And it looks like they go onto the bike somewhere. But I think, I'm not certain. Is that an LED light in there? It looks like an LED light. I'm not 100% certain. I don't even know if it actually lights up or anything. It doesn't feel like it does. I don't know if that's just like it's meant to look like an LED light but doesn't actually, you know, light up. But still, very, very interesting. There's 2 of these. One for the front and one for the back. One for the exhaust and one for the headlight. So, interesting nonetheless. Okay, just a quick one. I screwed up. The LED lights do work on the actual bike itself. So, ignore anything I say about the LEDs. I thought you would have to wire them up yourself, but it turns out there's just like a sort of screw fix thing, but you have to screw it on a lot tighter than expected. So unfortunately, when I first did it, it didn't make a connection, so I thought that wasn't the way it worked. But it turns out, yeah, you just pick up the LED and you screw it really tight shut, and then the batteries will make the connection and light up. And the LEDs are very, very bright and quite vivid, and it's very, very nice. It is a bit of a pain to put them in and out of the bike all the time though, so it's not something you're going to do all the time, but for photography reasons it's probably going to work pretty well. And here he is, just all set up with the bike and everything. Now, I'm absolutely in awe with this figure. I absolutely love it. There's not much wrong with it at all. Like I said, the ankles are a tad loose for my liking. I wish they were a little bit tighter. But that kind of goes away when you actually put down the top part of the boots and fix them to the bottom of the boot, because they actually create some stability. But other than that, wow, the details on this are impressive. For a 1/12 scale figure, I feel like I'm buying a 1/6 scale level quality. I really am. It's amazing just how much they've managed to fit into this thing. From the details on the bike, to the two head sculpts, to the hands, to the weathering on the clothing, to the weathering on the bike, to that really nice big chunky base with some nice details in there as well. The accessories with the gun, the little shotgun shells. He has a pair of goggles that he can put on his head when he's flying around, or even just pose with. Maybe you can attach them to the belt, and then it will look really cool that way. But he also has some webbing around his waist so that you can actually attach more accessories should you wish. And the extra hands are really cool. This really is like the epitome of Cyberpunk, you know. This really is an absolute stormer. And if they are going down this road and they're going to make more to this range, I really want them to do a Cyberpunk girl next, you know. You've got something special over there with the sheer amount of detail that you can provide. So overall, yeah, absolutely 100% a recommendation purchase. No qualms about it whatsoever. Get a look online and see if you can grab one of these before they all sell out, because one day people are going to be going back and going, what the hell is that? Where did you get that? And people are going to be trying to hunt this down. No doubt about it whatsoever. It's an absolutely belter of a figure. But that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. If you do me a favour now, if you can get out of Muck Cave, I'm going to go shove a few of my Mezcos out of the way to get this guy on the shelf, because he needs to be pride of place in the middle of my 1/12 scale figures. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye.